Good evening, traders. A very warm welcome. I am Devang Mehra from the Financial Analyst, and I welcome you all to the Bold Project. So, we are in the price action trading module. In the past couple of videos, we have discussed about the support and resistance concept. We have discussed why it occurs. We have talked about why it is considered as a zone and not a level. So, we have considered the basic and the preliminary price action trading methods. Till now, our focus was on range markets. If you all remember, we were learning how to trade in a range. That's what we have learned so far, that we are buying at support and selling at resistance. Buying at support and selling at resistance. That was the strategy that we were concerned about till now. Range bound markets mean when the market is stuck in a range, it is not going higher or it is not going lower. It's stuck in a range market. So whenever markets are stuck in a range, or as the technical analysts say, when the markets are consolidating, you have to do the simple strategy that we taught you earlier: buy at support and sell at resistance. There are two types of traders. If I talk about trading, there are two types of traders. This will be discussed further also, but I would like to get you started in the concept. The first type of trader is who trades between that support and resistance. He buys here, sells there, buys here, sells there. This concept is applicable everywhere. If you want intraday, you can open the intraday charts. If you want long term, you open the long term charts. But the concept remains same. So one person or one type of a trader is who will trade between the range markets. The problem with the range markets, it is a perfect way. I mean, it's a much more conservative way. Things are easier that way because things are expected to bounce from support and go down from resistance. So things are okay. But the problem is that things are slow. When you are in a range, the movement is there, but not very explosive. It is there. You will get profits, but it might take some more time to get the profits. But please do not take me wrong. It is a good way to trade. The second way to make money is on price action, trading something we call breakouts. That is what this module is about. In this module, we are discussing breakouts. What is a breakout, etc., etc. The particulars we will discuss today. So I hope the range bound concept is clear to you. The targets and SL are discussed in the next module. It's a separate module, so you can bounce over to that to understand the concept. In this topic, we will be discussing exactly what a breakout is and how we can trade a breakout. Let me ask you a simple question. This is my market. It is moving in a range. My market is moving in a range. Do you expect, do you think that markets will move in this range, this particular range till infinity? Think about it. Do you think that markets will continue to move on this range for a long time, for 10 years, 20 years? Impossible. What can happen? Either the market can go and break the resistance, it can either break that resistance or it can break the support. Both of these two things can happen. It is not for us to forecast. As an analyst, we have to play by our levels. But I am giving you the possibilities. Either you can break out or you can go down. So whenever you are going above the resistance, this is called a breakout. So we call this a breakout. If you are going and breaking the support, this is called a breakdown. I hope this is clear. Breakout and breakdown. This is what the technical terms look like in the market. Let's understand how we can trade a breakout. I will show you an example. I have some pictures lined up for you. This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. This is how the things are placed. You will have a resistance placed. If you look at this chart, there is a very strong resistance at this point, and 90% of the times the levels will be holding, but 10% of the time it is possible that eventually this level of support and this level of resistance will be eventually broken. So when this is broken, this is called a breakout, that the market has broken out of the shackles of that resistance. That's exactly what it means. So how do we trade when this breakout happens? Can you just buy over here? Can you do that? I would say no. Let's look into the technicalities, how we can trade a breakout and how we can make money when we are trading breakouts. All right. So I'll just open a white page and show you the technicalities. Now this, let's assume this is my resistance. Price is bouncing here, falling down, bouncing here, falling down. So this is my resistance. So obviously now I have established my support. This level becomes my support. I am moving in this range bound market, range bound. Perfect. As long as I continue to move in this range, buy at support, sell at resistance continues to be my strategy. Now what happens is market goes above the resistance. Do you think it is a breakout? Will you buy right now? Think about it. Will you buy over here because market has gone above the resistance? Take a moment. No, you cannot buy here. The reason is, if you remember in the last module, I told you that this is a zone. When I said it's a zone, it means you have to give some plus minus room. It is possible that markets take a rebound from here and go back to support. It is possible. Why? I told you, markets can either hit the level and fall down, it can go higher and fall down, or it can go a little bit lower and fall down. All the three scenarios are possible. So whenever market goes higher, do not get excited. That's one thing. Don't get excited and just buy over here because you have broken the resistance. You can fall down. This is markets. They will trap you like anything, and markets are known to trap us retail traders. So markets go higher, but it is in a zone. So again, markets fall down back to support. When you come to support, again, markets go higher, but this time it breaks out. When you break out, how will you know the breakout has happened? The best way to confirm will be the volume. Himalaya has explained how to interpret the volume. So whenever the breakout will happen, the volume will be extraordinarily high. You can come, I will show you tons of examples, but you will be able to compare that when the breakout happens, volume will be shooting up. Why? Because people get excited. Think about it. A stock is moving in a range for all its life, or for a couple of months, couple of sessions. But when it breaks out, everyone is excited. Everyone wants to go into the flow. Why does this breakout happen? Because of some fundamental news. Some positive news can come into the market, and this can drive in more demand, drive in the big institution orders, and the price can go higher. It can break out. Now the question is, should I enter over here? I have got the high volume. Should I enter over here? I will give you two schools of thought. If you are a person who wants to take risk, when I say risk, I mean you are happy to take losses and you want to get in early, then you can buy here. If you are a person who has good capital to trade, who is ready to accept loss, who is ready to trade that high volatile movements, a risky trader can enter over here when the volume is high and it is confirming. No problem to that. When should a good or a conservative trader enter? The conservative trader should enter. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you where. When the breakout happens, 99% of the time, markets will try to pull back and come to this level again and rise. This is how markets work. It will not happen all the time, but it will happen most of the times. What I'm trying to tell you is, whenever the breakout happens of the resistance, the earlier resistance will now become support. So basically, there will be a change of role. There will be a reversal of role. Look at that same example that we were talking about. A resistance was placed. When the breakout happened, the resistance earlier, marked by red color, you can see then becomes support, and price will not be able to go below this. Why? Because now this level is my support. So now this support becomes meaningless because now I'm not going to be able to go below this level. Hope things are clear. Now, just to reiterate, when do you buy? You have a resistance placed. When you break out, confirm with heavy volume, it should be there. Otherwise, it's a false breakout. It is not going to work. Then markets will tumble down. The resistance earlier should become support. And from this point of time, markets will go higher. What do I mean? Resistance will turn support. Basically, at this point of time, some candlestick pattern will be there. For example, bullish engulfing, hammer, basically telling you that I do not want to go below this. If markets are going below this, then we are again in that same story. Then we are again in that same story, and markets go higher, then they go all the way down. That is the reason I tell you wait for a retest, because it is possible markets go higher and basically trap you out and go down all the way to support. It is highly possible. That is the reason I tell you, let the breakout happen, let it come, let it retest, then you can buy. This is the best point to buy in the market, and here the momentum will be so strong that you can make money in a matter of a couple of days. That's the difference between range bound trading and breakout trading. Range bound trading, movements are slow, but they do happen. But in the breakout trading, movements are fast. A question about retest. Should you wait for retest? I think I made that clear. If you are a risky trader, you can enter over here, but a more conservative trader can enter over here. I think waiting for retest is a good method to trade because it gives you more conviction when you are trading in the market. Get some candlestick pattern, a bullish candle here, and start to trade here. The resistance earlier will turn out to be a support. Let's talk about the exact opposite example. You have a support placed in the market. I go below the support. Should I sell? Is it a breakdown? Not yet. Because it can be a zone, markets might again go all the way up higher. It's a possibility. When do I sell? Number one, when you break down the support, you will have a good high volume. The volumes will be very large when you go below the support. That's the number one indication. When do you trade? If you are a risky trader, trade over here, no problem at all. But if you want to take my advice, if you want to be more conservative in nature, the support earlier will now become what? A resistance. So this is a time, this is a second chance market gives everyone. Market is very simple, guys. You have to understand it and be patient. The main thing is be patient. A lot of people enter over here because the breakout happens and things go bad, things reverse. But when the market is retesting and then falling down, when I say retest, it means some kind of candlestick pattern like shooting star, bearish engulfing, telling you that I don't want to go above that. I want to fall from this level. It will mean that the support earlier has now turned into a resistance. This will be the best time to trade. As simple as that. Let us look at the same example of TCS. I want to keep the same examples. I will show new examples also. Now let us discuss the entire concept, and I think everything will be clear. These resistance and support are basically targets. Now, let's look at the same example. I have my support placed in at this level. I have my resistance placed in at this level. My strategy is buy low, sell high. If you look in the middle, you can see another level opening up. What is that level? Have a look. Can you see price is stopping here? Can you see price is stopping over here? So just take that level and draw it out like that. This is my level number 2. How do I know it's a very good level? Now look at the examples. Markets were at resistance. It came down to support, broke the support, went and retested, and again went down. Think about it. If this was not a level, why is market retesting? What I mean by that is, if you now look at the example, just one second. If you look at this example, you can see very well, this was a support. Market went below support, went higher to retest. The support earlier now has become what? Resistance. It is a reversal of role. Can you see a bearish engulfing telling you, I don't want to go higher than that? That is an indication that now things you can go short in the market. I'll give you another example. This was a resistance, correct? You can see a resistance here, a bearish engulfing. When you break above the resistance, do you immediately buy over here? No, we don't. Wait for retest. You can see it will happen, guys. Whether it happens today, whether it happens after 10 days, or whether if you are intraday, whether it happens after 1 hour, 2 hour, it will happen 90% of the times. So if market breaks out, this was a level it broke out, it will retest. It will give a second chance to people. You can see that hammer candle. Hammer is giving you second chance. If you want to buy, last chance to buy. Otherwise, I am going to go higher. It is giving you simple warning. Let's look at another example. This is resistance. Market went to support. It broke the support. So hoga kya? Support will become what? Resistance. It gave a retest and went down. So this is the best time for everyone to enter. Best time for everyone to enter, because this is second chance market is giving you. Another example, market broke out of this level, came back to retest this level, and then it started going higher. So that retest you can see is happening majority of the times. I am not saying it will happen all the time, but it is happening majority of the times. One last example I can show you is market was at resistance, came to support, broke down the support. It came back up, retested, and then fell down. That retest function is very, very important. I can also open the volume to make sure this concept is making sense. Let me hide all the drawing tools so we can open the volume indicator as well. Okay, now this is the volume indicator. Now let's look at the breakout. This was the breakout. Confirm the volume. Can you see volume was exceptionally large, much more than this 20 moving average line? Come confirmed. Look at this breakdown. Support hai, you are going below the support. Can you see that red colored volume? It is much more than the average. So what I'm telling you, whenever breakouts happen, volume will confirm. If the volume is not there, do not trade it. It will not be a breakout. So volume should confirm, retest should be there, then we can trade. There will be no problem at all. Okay, hope things are making sense. You can see this candle also. When this red candle broke down the support, can you see the volume was exceptionally large? It was much higher than the previous 20 MAs. It was much higher than that. So I hope things are making sense. Let's look at a couple of more charts and then try to understand how the concept works. Ramco Cements. It's a lovely example. It's an example I love to trade. Okay, I'll just hide all of these things. Can you see a resistance? Look at the chart. The resistance for the stock will be coming over here. Why do I say that? Because one time you are testing here, second time testing here, third time testing here. So testing is happening. That is resistance. What is my support? This level will become my support. Multiple times that price is being tested. As simple as that. So this is resistance, this is support. If you are moving in this range, you will follow that range bound strategy. Buy at support, sell at resistance. Now the question is, you can see also, whenever you come to that resistance, some kind of candlestick pattern is confirming. Bearish engulfing, shooting star, bearish engulfing. Now see what happened. Can you see what is this? You have broken out of the shackles of resistance. What does that mean? Confirm with the volume. Yes, volume is exceptionally large. Do not enter immediately. If you are a risky trader, you can do that. But what will we do? We will wait for retest. That is the retest. Markets went up, came down to retest, then went higher. Is that example clear? Now look further into the picture. That retest happens. So yeah, just to, before I forget, this resistance has turned into support. Now price will not go below this. Why? Because the resistance now is support, and this is my very important level in the market. Let's go forward. Can you see another resistance being placed over here? Markets were not able to go above this level. Have a look at this level. Markets were unable to go above this level. So we were in the range bound market. What happened after that? Markets broke out. Confirm with the volume. You can see exceptionally large volume when the breakout happens. Can you buy right now? If you are a risky trader, go ahead. But what should I do? I will wait for resistance turning into support. Retest happens. Support is being tested. You can confirm bullish engulfing pattern. Now price will not go below this. Why? Because now this is my support. You can see how well the support is holding. Unable to break that support. Let's look at another example. Same chart. Markets will continue to move like that. Another resistance you can see over here. This was a resistance. Once it was broken out, retest happened. Resistance earlier became support. Now price is not able to go below that. I hope the concept is clear. Let's look at some more examples. Reliance Industries. Very, very simple. Can you see that this level is support? Look at the picture. What is support? What is resistance? Here, I have drawn two levels. How have I drawn them? You can see very clearly this level is multiply being tested and rejected by the sellers. This is a resistance. So when you go above the resistance, can you confirm the volume? exceptionally large volume. When the breakout happens, immediately don't buy. Don't chase the market. That's the concept I want to add. Because of the breakout, don't go chasing the market. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. Let it come to that level of yours. Then we will trade. Exactly that happens. Markets came back to us, retested that level. Sub resistance earlier became support, and then it went higher. You can again see the concept. On the other side, now the breakdown happens. Can you see the supports are being broken? That's an indication for you as a trader to go short in the market. If breakout happens, we go long. If the breakdown happens, we go short because things are getting broken on the downside. So what do you do now? You can see when the breakdown happens, markets come back up, retest. Support earlier becomes resistance and then fall down. Again, you can see markets come up, support earlier became resistance, bearish engulfing, and you fall down. Concept is same. Let's look at chart of Nifty, exactly understand how things are going. Nifty is the best example I can give you right now. Every breakout that has happened in Nifty, we will try to chop it out and you will see how that concept works. Look at this example. This level is my resistance, 10,300. This was a resistance. Once this level was broken, this resistance turns back into support, then retests and goes higher. What's the new resistance? This level, correct? How do I know that? Because you can see a selling coming here. Once this level was also broken, I am saying don't buy here. Let it come down. Let it retest. Enter over here, then go higher. You can again see this was my resistance, correct? Now, when this level was broken, don't jump the gun over here. Wait out. Don't chase the market. Let it come to you. Always this after the breakout, resistance becomes support again. Let it retest, then let it go higher. Concept will continue, guys. I hope things are making sense. Last example I can show over here. You can see this was a very, very strong resistance for Nifty. Once this was broken, even then markets came down, retested that level and then went higher. Then went higher. I hope things are making sense. This is the concept of breakout and breakdowns. I hope just rewind, see the video again if you didn't get it. What we will do is we will discuss some more charts in the next part of the module and get a hang of it and get a more better understanding of the concept. Thank you so much.